Okay, today we have a great interview in store for you guys. We have the lovely Stacy on, and she is actually on day 120 of mono eating watermelon only. She's doing Watermelon Island, a watermelon cleanse. And we're gonna find out why. We're gonna find out what's happened. I talked to my friend Bobby Smith. He's been on the channel before. He did 108 days recently on only watermelon. And he actually told me about Stacy, and I think she healed some ailments as well. I don't know. We will find out. I'm gonna find out everything with you guys. So let's get into it. Hey, Stacey, thank you for coming on this monumental day.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so 4 months, I guess that is, right? Day 120 of only eating watermelons. What the heck? What inspired you to do this?
Back in into May, this is the first time me attempting anything like this. May, I seen happen. A friend invited me to the Fruit Up group back in January. I never went in the group. I've never done anything a part of the group. But in May, I seen something pop up, watermelon challenge. And me being greedy and watermelon being my favorite fruit, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do a watermelon challenge. I like challenges, so I'll do a watermelon challenge. And that's what started it.
Wow.
I know that's what made me join the watermelon challenge back with Bobby back
Yeah.
in June. So it started June 1st. And it was only supposed to be 14 days.
No
So
way.
it was just supposed to be a 14-day challenge. And I said, I can try this for 14 days. And I actually started the end of May, 3 days into it. And I messed up that second or third day, I messed up. So I started over in June. So from June 1st, that went on. So, but each week I kept extending it. I
And I
kept
think this
extending it.
I think this happens on a lot of cleanses. Like a lot of people juice cleanse or mono fruit cleanse, and they're like, I'm just gonna do a week or 2 weeks, and then usually they extend because it's so life changing, and it feels so good. So is that the case for you? Is that why you've kept extending it? Would you say this has maybe been like one of the most life changing things?
It has been. Before the watermelon cleanse, I was on high blood pressure medication. I had high blood pressure, my allergies. I couldn't be in the sun. For 20 years, I had to wear during the summer, I had to wear long sleeves because my skin was so sensitive to the sun. I would break out in hives or I would burn. I used to tell
Wow.
people I was like part vampire because that's what my skin felt like, just being covered up. I couldn't enjoy the sun. So since me doing the mono eating of the watermelon and probably my first 10 days, I was off my blood pressure medication.
Crazy.
So that was the reason I did it,
Wow,
to
no
get off
way.
of my to get off my blood pressure medication. I called my doctor. I told him, I said, I'm doing this watermelon cleanse. He wasn't in agreement with it, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So,
And has he seen you
and I
now?
did.
How has he seen you now or no?
I go back in January. So I go back in
Wow.
January. So in January, actually, my son is taking has an appointment today, so he's going to tell him that I've been doing it for this long when he goes in to see him. But I
Uh-oh.
won't see my doctor back until my next visit in January. So I'll do all my numbers and get everything then. But
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, awesome. And so what have been like maybe a list of all the benefits you've experienced?
Oh gosh, I thought this was just going to be. It was more than just the fruit being the healing journey. It has been a spiritual journey. It has been an emotional journey. When I say this has detoxed, it has detoxed bad situations and people out of my life, literally. So it has it. I'm more in tune with myself. My focus and my energy is amazing right now. So that's the biggest thing right now. My focus, my energy, being off the blood pressure medication that I have been on. I had a real severe case of preeclampsia. I ended up losing a baby 12 years ago,
No
and
way.
I've been on that medication for 12 years. My blood pressure the highest point was 225 over 125 when I lost the baby. And I just one of those people that they couldn't control my pressure. My pressure couldn't be controlled. I functioned at a really high blood pressure. But my thing was I did not want to stay on blood pressure medication for the rest of my life.
And
So that was.
is this like the first time that it's been stable like this since in that long?
Yes,
Wow, that's
yes,
crazy, right?
yes,
Wow, unbelievable.
yes.
That's
Off of watermelon.
incredible.
Off of
Crazy.
watermelon.
It's
So,
crazy like what the one food can do because I've done watermelon before. I've done a few like 5 day, 3 day, and I did 21 days once. But it's just amazing what
okay.
it can do for the body. Like just eating the one food, it's so easy on the digestion, and the digestion gets such a break. So then it can work maybe at like fixing other things and things like that. And did you feel like you had a lot of energy? Because a lot of people think, oh, on these cleanses, I could never function in my life. I could never work. Like, were you still high energy and able to accomplish a lot, like on the cleanse?
Yes. Yes. The energy is still amazing. Right now, my energy is fabulous.
Wow.
So, but that's a big point because I right now, they tell you need. I don't even think we need 8 hours of sleep right now. I
No.
function off 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and
Yeah.
I still have energy. I have all my receipts. I haven't ordered all my receipts from all the watermelon I purchased from from
No
May.
way.
And so
I love it.
I'm going to go in and add it all up and see what it costs because it's been so simple because I
Yeah.
haven't had to go to the grocery store to get anything else. It's just watermelon.
So take us through a day. Like, what has a day looked like in your cleanse, and how much have you been eating in a day as well?
When I started off, I was probably going through one and a half watermelons
Hmm.
a day.
Like the big ones.
So the big
Like,
ones.
yeah.
I've been blessed to have seeded watermelon the whole time, except for a few
Oh,
yellow ones that I purchased. But my local store has had seeded watermelons. So I've eaten every part of the watermelon from the rind down to the seeds.
wow.
My thing with the rind was because it was green, and I say, well, people were telling me because, like I said, I've never been vegan. I don't know. I've never done a cleanse before. I've
Yeah.
never, yeah, keto. I don't know about it. I just know about this watermelon challenge. So
Love
my
it.
so my thing was to get my greens in. I would find a way to get my greens in. So I don't juice. I've never juiced. So I blended up the rind. I blended
Okay.
up the rind. So each morning I would blend up the rind, some frozen watermelon, and some fresh watermelon, and make me a smoothie. So that was me getting my greens in, or telling my mind I'm getting my greens in, not knowing really that was a benefit until I started reading up on it that the rind is has a lot of nutrients in it as well. So I've been able to eat every part of the watermelon
That's what I've heard from
during this
people.
cleanse.
I've heard other people do that. They say there's a lot of nutrients in it. I've never done it. Does it still taste okay? And you enjoyed it? The
It
rind?
is. I enjoyed it. Now
Okay.
I've even diced it up and chewed on it. So I've
Wow.
used
Well,
it as a
also
snack.
like talk about a no waste cleanse. Like, look at you, like use the whole thing too.
Use
So you're
the
not like,
whole
think of
thing.
all the waste you would have had in that 4 months too, from like different foods wrapped in plastic or maybe in packages or like whatever, right? And that's just like no waste. You're just using everything. I love that.
Used everything. I
Yeah.
used everything.
Okay, so I interrupted your day in your life. So you do that, so you get everything in. You do like what? Take us through a typical day, and were you hungry or you're okay?
I wasn't hungry because anytime I got hungry or anytime I got thirsty, I had the watermelon. The watermelon had me so hydrated, I didn't drink water. I
Hmm.
didn't drink water for a long time. I think I probably had water. I went out on my birthday. My birthday was in June. My
Hmm.
girlfriends wanted me to go out on my birthday, so they wouldn't let me bring watermelon in the club because I asked. I probably could have snuck it in, but I didn't. So
Yeah.
so all my girlfriends are having drinks, and I'm drinking water.
I love
So
it.
that was the most water I had during this cleanse was on my birthday.
Wow. And
And I turned 54.
amazing. You look amazing. Happy belated birthday. And okay, awesome. Okay, continue on. I think I was interrupting again. Yeah.
So I was going on, I started off at 1.5 watermelons a day. That went down. Right now, I'm probably one watermelon would last me 2 days, 2 or 3 days. It's almost
Hmm.
like my body was fasting on its own.
Hmm.
I wouldn't get as hungry. So I just started, not juiced, I blended watermelon. I don't have a juicer because I prefer to eat my food, my fruit and
Hmm.
vegetables instead of drinking it. I'm not real good at drinking anything.
I
But
love to drink it. I'm
I
like the opposite. Yeah.
got to a point where I wasn't hungry. I wasn't, my body wasn't, I just wasn't hungry, but I knew I had to have something in me. So I end up blending some of the watermelon and I strained it. So I made it into watermelon juice. So the last week, I didn't know watermelon juice without the pulp, and it was so delicious.
It's my
I'm like,
favorite juice ever. It's the best, especially
oh
cold
my
on ice. It's
God.
so good.
I'm like, I didn't know it was so good. So this last week, I've been doing a lot of watermelon juice.
Yeah, and with watermelon, that's the one thing, like, you don't need a juicer. You can just, like, whip it up in your blender, and it's pretty much just juice. Like, you barely even need a strainer. You can just whip it in the blender, and you
Yeah.
get, like, pretty much juice. It's really, really awesome. And, okay, so ho my favorite juice is watermelon mint. It's really good. Did you use any herbs at all or just the watermelon, right?
I didn't use any herbs. I did not. I want to try it after. No,
Mhm,
tomorrow. Today's my last day. So tomorrow I'm going to try all the other things people were using. I'm going to try the mint. I'm going to try some lemon on it or some lime because I've never had the lemon or the lime on my watermelon, but I've been
mhm.
hearing how good it was. I have blended it. I have made slushies. I've even made popsicles. So I've done those things, but I haven't had anything else added with it.
Yeah, okay, cool. And how do you feel? Like, how like, mental health-wise and mood-wise too, like, how do you feel on this now versus, like, how you felt the day before you started?
Like I said, my energy and my clarity. It
Mhm.
is. I'm like focused. So
Yeah,
that's the good thing. It's not cloudy. The cloudiness is not there anymore. So
yeah,
I really like that part of it. So I'm going
yeah.
to continue. I'm not going to do the watermelon. I think I'm going to continue with probably grapes. I'm going to try grapes next. I'm going to give myself a little while. I miss my veggies.
Mhm.
So I'm going to probably
Well, you've
right
gone
now I'm
so
going to
long. Good for you,
yeah,
like
I'm gonna add some tomatoes and cucumbers in probably tomorrow, and then I'll start adding other fruits in
cool.
because I don't want to go back to meat.
No.
Meat is definitely I definitely don't want to go back out into the meat. So
Did
I'm looking probably to go raw.
did you have moments where you craved meat or you craved other stuff? Like, did you have, like,
Oh,
bad
definitely.
cravings moments? And do you have, like, any tips for people to get over those cravings, whether it's for a cleanse or just for getting healthier? Because I know that can be really tough dealing with the cravings.
The cravings were rough. Anytime I got hungry, I went to get the watermelon. And if the
Mhm.
watermelon wasn't work, I did some writing. I did a lot of walking. I did a lot of walking. I would try to do like 6 miles a day and walking. I didn't do any exercise. Any exercise. I didn't not really a big I didn't own a scale, but I did get on a scale. The last time I was on the scale was end of July. And at that time I had lost probably over 40 pounds. So
Wow.
right now I know I have waist beads on. So my waist beads have kept me accountable the whole time. So that's how I know that I'm still losing waist.
Wow, so the last time you weighed yourself, you knew you lost 40 pounds. You don't know how much you've lost
Yeah.
total?
I
That's
don't
a
know
lot even if it
how
was
much
just 40 though.
yeah,
That's a lot, right?
yeah. So I don't know. Right now, like I said, I can still tell because my waist,
Yeah,
and my
yeah, yeah.
waist beads are still falling. So I know that I'm still losing.
Yeah. And I know you said like you had changed, like some people in your life changed. I think this happens like our vibe really raises. We become really clear-headed and it really can shift like people. Some people shift careers. Like maybe take us through a little bit if you don't mind, if you want to open up a bit about how like your life has changed on through this experience.
Right now, I just started a new job, and this is my second week. So that's been a little challenge because I haven't had any I wanted to start working out. So the job I am now, I'm getting a little physical activity in. So I don't have to walk the 6 miles now because I'm getting probably 20,000 steps in at my new job a
Mhm.
day. So I don't even have to do my walking now. So I want to start building some strength, do some strength training, but I'm doing a little bit of that at work too. So I'm getting a workout at work. So it had my body a little aching, but
Mhm.
my energy level is still there. So it's easy to put up with the little aches and pains. That's just because me not using the muscles,
Mhm.
but my energy is still there.
Amazing.
So that
Yeah, that's huge. No, a lot of people think you don't have the energy when you do these cleanses, but when I do juice
Mhm.
cleansing or fruit, like I have more energy than ever. And I feel like so productive. I get so much done, it's like next level, right?
Right, right. So I've been doing a little. I want to get into yoga.
Nice.
So I've been meeting people from all over the world doing on this journey. So I'm appreciative to the ideas and the things I'm getting in. I've been doing some grounding, so I'm getting used to certain things. I'm going. Actually, I'm excited about doing the Woodstock Fruit Festival in January. So I'm
That's
excited
awesome.
about.
Yeah. I'll link that down below if you guys want tickets. I can give you a code to save on that. I think Bobby's speaking at that. Are you speaking at that too?
No, I'm just going. I'm going.
That
I'm volunteering. I'm
That'll be so
volunteering.
much fun. I might be traveling doing interviews then. If not, I might come, but I'm not sure if I can make it. But okay, did you experience any detox on this at all? Like any, or did you,
I
some
did.
people say they do these cleanses and they see parasites, they see these things. Did you have any of that?
I didn't have the parasites. I probably would have passed out if I saw a parasite, but I
Yeah.
didn't do I have no parasites. And I was looking, so but no
Mhm.
parasites. A lot of my detox was mucus. And the first I was spitting it out. It was blowing my nose a lot, coughing it out, and it
Mhm.
was coming out in my waist. So a lot of mucus was I can say was mine.
Yeah.
But as far as any parasites,
No, that's good.
none,
Good.
none.
Good.
But
And
I'm thinking, well, this wort with the watermelon was not as stringent as this grape. So I'm thinking maybe if I have any, the grapes will bring it out.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I haven't.
Grape cleansing is like a whole other level. I've done a ton of cleanses and grapes it felt like the most detoxing, especially like through your chest, your sinus, your lungs. Like it's
Hmm.
so detoxing. But it's great with the grapes because you can eat a whole different variety of colors and stuff. So it's good. I like
Right.
the grape cleansing. It's fun. It's good. It's perfect time of year because grape watermelons are going out of season now, I think, right? And then grapes are
Right.
coming in.
But here in Michigan, I'm in Michigan. So Michigan, our watermelon season just started a few weeks ago. It started the mid August. So I'm able to get watermelon till the end of October.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that's amazing.
So if I decide, so I'm still going to go into the farmer's market and get some. I think my local grocer that I was getting it from all this time, they're getting really low on them now.
Yeah.
But they can get the local, the small. I think some of the smaller ones that are still available, but
Yeah, I
all
have
the
some. Oops.
seeded ones are getting down to the end.
Yeah, I have some of the smaller ones, and the yellow ones you're talking about, those are good too,
The
I like
yellow ones,
those. Yeah,
yeah,
I've
I
never had
wanted the orange
orange.
one. I
Yeah,
like the orange, and I thought I would be able to get them this year, but the farmers here said because of the rain we had so
yeah,
much rain, they didn't get a good crop on the orange ones. They had to throw a lot of the orange out.
yeah, okay, and what has been your favorite part of the cleanse?
Being off my blood pressure medication.
Yeah, that's
that's that's
huge. Congrats.
that's because the blood pressure medication drained me. I couldn't do anything. It was just it was just draining. Didn't want to do anything. Didn't have the energy to do anything. But now I'm so excited. Now, and that's the biggest part. That's the
It
biggest part.
it just
And
showed
meeting
you
so many
too.
people as I get to meet
Yeah.
you. You know?
That's the thing. That's what I love about what I do.
Watermelon.
Like my health journey, where it's taken me, like all the amazing people that I meet, that's like one of my favorite parts about it. Wow, it's so amazing. And it just goes to show you with you giving up the blood pressure medication, it just goes to show you like how much what we eat, what we consume, what we put in us affects things, right? I think there's still such a disconnection with so many people not realizing that. And I'm not saying like it's the be all end all and it'll fix everything because it won't, obviously, but
Right.
like it's huge. It reversed all my health problems, like turning to a raw lifestyle. And it's just
Mhm.
that's huge for you to give that up, right? I'm so happy about that. It's absolutely amazing.
It is. And what are you raw? Or
Yeah, I'm raw. I've
are
been
you just
raw
raw?
for just over 7 years. Yeah, I started in
Oh, okay.
2016. Yeah, I had a lot of health problems after my daughter was born, and I was going to all these
Okay.
doctors. Nobody could figure out what was wrong. I had panic attacks, major digestive problems. Like it got like I was either
Oh,
constipated or had diarrhea. And then I
okay.
got to the point where there was like blood in my stool and I was tired all the time. And they would be like, well, you're a
Okay.
new mom. But I knew it like wasn't normal. And I was having panic attacks and bad back acne, sinusitis, they said I had, just all kinds of problems. And nobody could figure out what was up.
Wow.
And then the 18th doctor was like, maybe you have celiac, like an intolerance to gluten. So I
Mhm.
removed gluten. And I swear to you, like my brain fog within like 24 hours, maybe even less, because I used to eat so much gluten within 24 hours, my brain fog lifted. And I felt like
Okay.
a new human being. And I was like, whoa, if this is affecting me this way, And I realized I think I had like a really compromised, bad, weak gut microbiome and gut. And and so
Mhm.
then, yeah, I went raw over time. Like I found the raw food lifestyle after reading Dr. Sebi stuff. And
Okay.
I've been on it since. Like nothing on earth makes me feel as good.
And that's what's that's exciting for me now because I'm learning about all of these life. Like I said, I've never had vegan food. I've never had
Mhm.
one of those impossible burgers or
Yeah.
anything else. I liked cooking and I love vegetables anyway, and I could eat my vegetables raw. So I didn't have the only thing was my high blood pressure, and that was brought on by preeclampsia, me
Yeah.
having that. So other than that, I didn't, and that's by me having the preeclampsia and not being able to work out. That's why when the weight came on. So
Yeah.
my thing was that getting the weight on, not being able. My doctor told me, hey, you can't do anything till we control this pressure. and I couldn't do anything. And then I was a person that can get on the elliptical and stay on an hour. My first time back to the gym, and I couldn't do 5 minutes. I'm crying in the gym because I
Wow.
couldn't do 5 minutes on the elliptical. So right now, like I said, I haven't been back to the gym now. I'm ready to get back into the gym.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you to get back to the doctor in January. That's going to be pretty
Oh,
exciting.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what he has to say, especially with the weight loss.
Yeah, right? It's
So
exciting. And
that part feels good.
if somebody wants to start like this, maybe even not necessarily, most people are not going to go this long, but even if somebody wants to do a little watermelon cleanse for 3 days or a grape cleanse or hop on board with like a healthier lifestyle like this or a cleanse like this, do you have any advice how to start, how to get started?
Just do it.
Mhm.
Just do it. Go ahead. And it doesn't have to be just watermelon. It's just put some fruits in your life. Just one, if I tell friends, just try it 1 week. 1 week mono fruiting. It will change your life. It will
It will.
totally change your life. And that's what happened. Bobby said, well, it's a 14-day. And then he said, well, I'm going longer. And they had already started on it before I started, him and Kev Ramon. So they started on it and they said, well, I'm going long. I'm thinking to myself, I'm competitive. I'm like, if these guys can do it, I can do it too. So
Mhm.
I kept extending it. Every 2 weeks I extended. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can do this. And here I am on day 120.
I love it. So far, so amazing. And there's so many there's different cleanses people can do. I think it's great to look at what's in season. So if watermelons are still in season where you are, or I love to juice cleanse in the fall because there's not as much in season. Like late fall is when I usually love to juice
Okay.
cleanse because there's not as much in season. And in the summer, I like to eat all the food, but it's good. Look what's in season or grapes in season. Some people do bananas.
Mhm.
I tried that cleanse
Okay.
once. I could only make it to 3 days. It's really hard for me to do the banana mono fruit
Oh,
cleanse, like
I can imagine me doing banana. I like bananas, but I
me
don't know if
too. No,
if back in June he would say this is a banana cleanse. I wouldn't have
no.
participated.
The first day I did 1 day and I felt great. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try 30 days. This feels so good. But then I got to a point like day 2 or 3, I'm like, I cannot eat one more banana. So that one I didn't go. But yeah, if you guys are wondering, like popular ones, people do the banana, grapes, watermelon, juice cleansing, obviously.
Mhm.
It's like full fruit cleansing can change people's lives. Like you said, like Fully Raw Christina. I don't know if you know her. That's what started her transformation because she was, I think, pre-diabetic or diabetic, I forget. And she had all
Okay.
kinds of problems. And then peaches, she ran into somebody at the grocery store and she did 2 week
Oh,
on peaches. So it's
okay.
crazy. Just the break on the digestion, right? With the one food, it can possibly do a lot for somebody. So, and it's done a lot for you. It's so
It
amazing.
has. It truly has. And I'm trying to get my mom did it she did good for a couple weeks.
Hmm.
Then she went back. I'm trying to get her back on it because she has some medical conditions, and I'm
Hmm.
trying to get her back on it. So,
Hmm.
or it's not just like I said, the watermelon because it's going out of season, but she likes grapes too. So maybe I can get her to start the grapes when I start grapes.
Yeah, for sure. That would be amazing. And if you have any advice also for somebody out there who's watching and they want to end up like you, like they're maybe going through a hard time, they can't get a hold of the cravings, or they're just like stuck in a rut, feeling like crap, not living their best life, and they want to get to like a good spot where you're at. Do you have any advice or any encouragement for them? And also let everybody know where they can find you, and I'll link everything below as well.
Oh, okay. I would tell with the cravings what I did when I did have the cravings. Like I said, I did eat more watermelon.
Hmm.
I walked. I tried to go outside just to be out in the grass. I did a little grounding. And when none of that worked, I went to sleep.
Hmm.
That helped me. I just went straight to sleep. I did have in one of the groups that I was in, Angela had her I called her singing bowls. And that helped me as well. Her chimes, her little singing chimes that she would play. So I actually recorded it. And when I was having a rough time, I will play that and just sit and meditate because I'm not big on meditation. I haven't meditated before. So I'm learning all these things. But those things help me. They
Yeah.
definitely help me.
Awesome. Great. Amazing. And where can everybody find you? Are you on Instagram too?
I have an Instagram. I'm working on an Instagram
Okay.
because I actually got a new line that I'm putting out, Appeal. So I'm
Awesome.
working on that. So that stands for always always promoting positive energy and love. So
Oh,
that's what
I
the
love
appeal
that.
that's what appeal is. So I'm gonna have an appeal site that's up, but I'm on Facebook under Stacy Rickman Patrick.
Awesome.
And the appeal is coming along soon.
Yeah. Cool. I love that. Good for you. And that was an idea that was born out of this cleanse. Did you start that on this cleanse?
I started it, I did a pop-up shop back in before, right around COVID time. I was
Yeah.
doing pop-up shops, and that's when I started it, but I never did anything with it. And I said, this is the time that comes out. It all comes in together right now. Sometimes it just ties in. So it ties in right now, and that's where I want to go with it now.
Perfect timing. Well, I love it. And I'm excited to see where you're going to go in the future. This is also exciting. Maybe we'll have you back for an update at some point when you go to the doctor and next year,
Definitely,
see what's going on.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm excited because on my 50th, I'm planning to have a big birthday party on for my 55th. So that was the reason I gave myself a couple years ago, 2 years, to be in the best physical, mental shape of my life, my best health. So I still have time.
I love it.
That's in June. So I still have time to tighten it up and get where I want to be
I love it. And
by June.
you're going to break the fast today or tomorrow with some veggies then, I guess. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you, Stacey. Thanks for coming on, sharing this experience. I love sharing these stories. I hope you guys loved this as well. I'm sure you did. Stacey's just so amazing, so positive, and I just love every guest we have. If you guys love this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.